Alright, good afternoon, everybody. This is a live severe weather briefing. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you. We have a tornado warning has just been issued, so I just got live feed going right now. We're doing a severe weather cut-in, and we might stay on the air with you just for a little bit. We have storms are producing up to 80 miles per wind, so we want to take this possibility as a tornado, folks. When we start seeing 80 miles of straight line winds, we want to take this as a tornado. Like a folks, this is like a EF1 tornado. I mean, it's not a tornado, but we can see these storms like that. So we'll zoom in to the tornado warning down here in Louisiana. It runs in effect for parts of in effect of 3 p.m. for Central Rankin County and Hinds County and Central Madison County at 2:43, a confirmed tornado was located near Jackson, moving east at 60. So, folks, this is booking at 60 miles an hour with quarter-size hail with this. So, I'm sorry we're going through all this again, but this is typically you got to take these storms very seriously because these storms could produce a strong tornado. It could, and that does have a pretty decent inflow. Madison, Floydwood area, Jackson, Pearl, or Clinton down here, you definitely need to be in your safe spot. Go to the lowest floor of the building, put many walls between you as possible. This is a tornado, damaging tornado right now, and we got to take these storms very seriously. So let me back out. I'm going to take a look at the main line of storms here, and this is what's concerning me. At three, a severe thunderstorm warning remains effective 3:15 for Lee and Western Holmes County and Atlanta and Zoe County. So I know we went through this all last night, but like I said, we got to take these storms very seriously because these storms are very deadly. So if you're in the path of this, I would get centered, get covered. At 2:04, a severe thunderstorm located near Clinton Moon Eastern at 65. So this is booking at 65 miles an hour. So these are very dangerous storms. At 80 miles a gust. Gosh, folks, this is some very strong winds. So you got to take this very seriously. If you're outside, just move quickly. Have to act quick with this thunderstorm. He's producing 80 miles a gust. So if you caught outdoors, if you listed in any of these communities at Newport around 250, Thomason Town, and Market Mason around 255. See, Caseston and Braven around 3 o'clock, and Leland. So this is a severe thunderstorm capable producing winds over hurricane force winds that could be over a tornado size. So you definitely need to get centered. Go to the basement right now, folks. This is some very strong winds. And we do have a tornado watch at 4 o'clock. So even you don't get a tornado out of this, you're going to get some significant gusts. That's really concerning me. I mean, this could not be a derecho, but this is some high winds that I'm very concerned with. So please take these storms very seriously today. Isaac will be with us pretty soon, and we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Rickens County that goes through, and this whole line is booking at 65 miles an hour, and some of these storms are producing gusts up to about 80 miles an hour, and I'm really concerned when we have that because once you get these little kinks like this, there's another kink there. That's going to bring some strong rotation, and that's probably why we're getting a tornado to pop them so quickly. So right now, about today, there's going to be some damage with this. Let's see, 60 miles of wind gusts with this storm in Montgomery. This is down here in Mississippi area. You're under a tornado watch too, but still, I could believe there could be some very strong storms today that's going to produce tornadoes. And this whole line is really concerning me. Alright, we'll zoom into this area. There's another kink trying to form about a wet apple over here. This storm here has potentially a producing winds up to excess of 70 with nickel-sized hail. So just take this storm very seriously. These storms could produce some damage and winds, very strong winds today. It's going to be the concern. So you're just joining me almost at 2:55. And if you live in Mississippi today, this is where you're going to get storms at. So hold on a second. All right, we do have these storms today down here that could produce some very strong winds and 70 miles of gusts is still possible. If you live in St. Joseph, you need to be seeking some shelter. This is I would take any thunderstorm today is going to produce some damage and winds up to 70 miles per hour or even 80. We already seen this line is booking around 65 miles an hour with very strong winds due to this bow echo that's been continuing today. And this huge complex, this in Illinois, we thought we was going to get some storms last night from it. And I mean, I'm sorry we went through this again in Mississippi, but this is how it goes. You got to take this line very seriously today. And we do have a tornado watch that goes in effect, and that watch goes through about um 4 o'clock. So I don't know if they'll trade us with the severe thunderstorm watch. I mean, this line of storms has been very strong today, and that's why I'm afraid that we would continue to have storms like this today, and I'm going to continue with a tornado watch, or let's go with a severe thunderstorm watch. So if you are in the path of this line of storms today with the 80 miles of wind, you got to take it seriously because we could see very high winds today that could cause. All right, you just joined me this afternoon. It's around 2:52. We're tracking storms continuing down here south of this down in the Mississippi area. We still have that damaging tornado that goes for 3 o'clock. That expire in a second. So once the tornado warning gets lifted, we will stick around with this line of thunderstorms. If it goes back to 70 miles per wind, I think it did a little bit. We will send you back in a little bit, but it's still a dangerous line of storms. So I'm just going to give you a heads up what we have, and you can get rotation with any of these storms today, like Pickens, if you live in Pickens up here, Goodman, or Midway area, Thompson, you need to be in your shelter because this is a severe thunderstorm. Is very strong signs of some very dangerous winds today. Is going to be the biggest problem. But we could see is very strong winds. The winds could go down to the surface today. This is going to lead to these quasi QICs, tornado spin ups a lot, and that's going to lead to a lot of problems. So, all All right, the National Weather Service had Mississippi had just issued another tornado warning, so we'll stay with this. The focus, the radar is just picking up. This is going to be more of another threat. I'm not surprised. Let's see here: Central Rickens County and Central Mississippi, North Central Simplin County, and North Central Mississippi, North Central Scott County, and Central Mississippi to about 3:30. At 3:53, a confirmed tornado was near Floydwood, moving east, and radar confirmed tornado. So this is another tornado warning. So this is booking at 60 miles an hour, folks. So if you live in these communities like Morton down here in Mississippi around 3:15 and Plattman around 3:10, you definitely need to book at your a safe spot now. This is a tornado warning, and this still does have the potential of producing some very strong winds with very strong see a tornado, and it's on the ground right now, folks. So you definitely want to be seeking shelter. Since this bow echo continues, we got winds over 80 miles per hour, and checking the chat online because some of these storms have been doing some damage last night. So that's why we're continuing to watch some of this, see what we have in place. And just beware there could be some flooding also too. Flash flood warnings are going to be going up a lot of places due to these complexes. So right now I'm with you because we have a tornado warning, and once the tornado warning kind of expands away, we'll send things back. But if you live in Pointville, you're in the warning right now. This goes through around 3:30, and you could just see that indication of rotation over here. It's kind of hard because it's very close to the radar, but I'll tell you, if you live in Morton or any of these areas down south of here, you need to be seeking shelter. So today's been a lot of thunderstorms, a bow echo kind of force thing, and these storms could produce up to 70 miles per wind today, and it's very deadly. I mean, the line may be trying to it holds together. I mean, this is not a PDS watch, but it's very cheer today with this. So, and these storms are booking at 70. So think about driving on the road that quick. This is how fast they'll be on your doorstep. So let me check for the potential for hail today. And there could be a little bit of hail with some of these, but it's very low what we'll get hail on this today. It's mainly a tornado and wind driven. So we're getting reports over here of flooding. So if you remember, you see water covering any roadways today, I'm gonna tell you not to drive through it. You're not gonna make it. Some weak rotation with this, so we could be getting another tornado spin up over here by White Apple. All right, maybe they upset me again. 70 miles of gust with that storm down here, but that's not too bad. But it's still bad enough to get a line of storms going. All right, Jefferson County, Central Mississippi, Central Capsule County, and Central Mississippi, Eastern Franklin County, and South Central Mississippi, Lawrence County, and Central Mississippi, Lincoln County, Central Mississippi, and Simplin. And this goes through 4 o'clock. At 2:40, a severe finish along a line extending from Chaplin to 8 miles north of Woodville, moving on 60. So this is still booking at 60 miles an hour, 70 miles of wind gusts with this. So, I mean, folks, this is booking at 60. So this line of storms is very capable. I mean, I'm capable of producing some wind damage There is a little weak rotation there. So anytime you get that rotation today, all right, we just got a new warning. I think this got added to your second warnings today. They are really booking up. And even you get a 60-mile to gust, you could get some trees that go down. So right now, if you live in Raymond area down here, this storm is still could produce up to 80 miles of wind. And let me switch back to our different sides of the tools, and you can see the radar just doesn't pick it up really good. But they're just showing you some dark greens. So this is coming down to the surface. So even you don't get this is some strong signs that we can see a tornado on the ground right now. So I know, all right, the other tornadoes as it gets expired. I know, I mean, these are quick. This is why we're telling you when the warning gets issued, seek shelter. This is not a day to wait. It's going to be on top of it pretty quick because the tornadoes are booking at, like, let's see the speed of it again. I'm trying to pull that up. Just give me a second here. 60. So that is pretty quick on you today. So I would not wait on the tornado to be there. This is a pretty serious situation today. I mean, we definitely got to treat this line as a tornado today. So we want to be staying with you for a little bit as the line continues. Do some wind damage. If you just join me on the page today, we're tracking a little bow echo. And I'm by myself right now, as it should be coming on eventually. So hold on a second.